Morning, welcome again. Here we meet to exchange and learn about our dance forms. We've been speaking in this paper about Kathak. So many aspects of Kathak come through the word Kathak, Kathakars, how it evolved from temples and courts. So I'm sure by now you have learned lots about Kathak as a form. Kathak arose, as we know, from the ancient traditions and developed over centuries from temple to court to proscenium art. In the last 150 years, it has quickly spread internationally wherever Indians are settled and continue with their cultural or artistic pursuits. Being away from their homeland, art forms give Indians abroad a cultural identity and a sense of belonging. To say that Ram Gopal, who lived from 1912 to 2003, was a born dancer would be stating the obvious. He was India's first truly international level classical dancer. In his statuesque body and poses, Bharatanatyam sat very well. Although by his own admission, my left side is Bharatanatyam and my right side is Kathakali, and in my legs lie Kathak. He was indeed trained in all three principal styles popular then. Odissi had not been discovered until 1954 or officially established until 1958. He was trained in Bharatanatyam by the two giants of the time, Guru Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai and Guru Kattumanar Koil Muthuswam Kumar Pillai. And in Kathakali by Kunjukurup and Vallatol Narayan Menon, himself presiding at Kalamandalam. For Kathak, he was trained by Guru Jailal and Sohan Lal. Ram Gopal was one of the first to team up with the women dancers like Tara Chaudhary, Shevanti, Mrinalini Sarabhai, Retna Mohini Bresson, M.K. Saroja, and later with Kathak dancer like Kumudni Lakhia. Ram was the first male solo dancer who toured the West and took the best from India. This was in 1930s and 1940s, and Ram created several productions that were magical and meaningful. They were not classical dances but based on classical forms. He created traveling dance companies, the likes of which the world, especially Europe, had not seen, although he gave credit for his inspiration to the other light of his times, Uday Shankar, whose example had preceded Ram by a decade. Lameri, an American ethnic dancer, discovered his true potential and took him on 1936 as a dancing partner on the first tour through Asia. And since then, Ram traveled the world many times over. He made his solo debut in New York City in 1938. In 1939, he went with Kathak Guru Sohan Lal, and in the same year he made his London debut at the Aldwych Theatre to immediate fame and went on to make friends with leading ballet dancers. He returned to India during World War II. Polish critic Tadeusz Zielinski called him the Nijinsky of India, while Cecil B. DeMille introduced him to Saul Hurok. Feted and fawned upon, he was like an Indian god come alive. Ram Gopal performed in some of the best-known theatres of the world, including the Grand Theatre Opera House in Poland, the Palais du Louvre and Musée Guimet in Paris, and the Aldwych Theatre in London, and Town Hall of Stockholm, where the Nobel Prize ceremony is conducted. He also immortalized himself through two films made on him, Om Shiva and Ram, by famous filmmaker Lamouris. David Lean was planning a film based on Ram's life and the script, and shootings were in progress when Lean died. The last record of Ram in India is captured on a digital film by Ashish Mohan Khokar in 1998 in Bangalore. After independence, Ram settled in England. He felt slighted post-independence by the government under Pandit Nehru, which denied him land to build an institution, so he left and settled in London in mid-1960s and started propagating the form. He had already made it popular there all through the previous 2 decades of 30s to 50s. He published Indian Dancing in 1951 and his autobiography Rhythms in the Heaven in 1957. He opened two dance schools for a short while, first in Bangalore before moving to England, and later Academy of Indian Dance and Music in London in 1962. Pamela Cullen was his support in London during his end years when he lived in an old age home. One of Ram's several leading partners on stage was Leelavati Hagar of Calcutta. Grandniece of Abhindranath Tagore, Leelavati was inspired by dance and she gave Indian dance her all. Since her childhood was spent mostly in England, where her father was an eminent lawyer, she was exposed to European culture. Fokin and French Riviera were as much part of her makeup as Kathak and Kathakali. It was the overbearing personality of Krishna Menon, under whose influence Leelavati's father had come to England, that Leelavati started thinking of seriously learning Indian art forms. For this, she chose Alokananda of the Banaras Gharana, the sister of Sitara Devi. Later, Ram Gopal found her and included her in his troupe. With Ram Gopal, Leelavati travelled the globe and danced her way into many hearts, including that of Europe's most important impresario, Bengt Hager, who was also Ram's manager abroad. Bengt married Leelavati and they made Sweden their home. They invited artists from India, wrote books on Indian dance and music, and created the world's first dance museum in Stockholm. Dancers who had been abroad were already teaching in Trinidad or Fiji, like Pratap Pawar, established base and did much over the last few decades. He has trained over 700 students over the past 3 decades in Ghana and Trinidad. Born in Indore, Pratap Pawar was the first disciple of Birju Maharaj. He was initiated into Kathak by Maya Rao. His initial inspiration came from Vinod Chopra, whose dance items for Bombay films were a major hit with youngsters like Pratap. He joined Bharatiya Kala Kendra in 1960 and performed in several productions. After several performance tours, he served as staff artist of the Kathak Kendra before migrating to England in 1980 with his wife Priya. Now they have gone their individual ways but still serve the cause of Kathak. The Triveni Dance Company, which he founded in 1980, has toured extensively in UK, Asia, Europe and the Americas, as well as in Africa and the Caribbean. In a pioneering move, Pratap Pawar created fusion with Kathak and flamenco. His A student, a British-born Bangladeshi, Akram Khan, has made the form widely admired due to his work and also modern look. It was only after he turned 20 and did course in modern dance, he started to experiment. His teaming in theatrical productions with megastars like Juliette Binoche of Chocolat fame has made him a rock star, and he has contributed significantly. In August 2000, he launched Akram Khan Company in London. Bold and inventive in his experimentation with Kathak, Akram alternates his company work by presenting solo recitals of Kathak. In just over a decade, he has created a body of work that has contributed significantly to the arts in the UK and abroad. His reputation has been built on productions like Desh, ETMY, Vertical Road, Genesis and 0 Degrees. And instinctive and natural collaborator, Akram Khan has been a magnet to world-class artists from other cultures and disciplines. A highlight of his career was the creation of a section of London 2012 Olympic Games opening ceremony. Khan is an associate artist of Sadler's Wells, London. Gauri Sharma Tripathi was trained by her guru and mother, Padma Sharma. Gauri is known for grounding her performance in Kathak traditions whilst giving it a contemporary viewpoint, often taking Kathak into non-traditional and collaborative environments and incorporating many Indian folk dance influences. Involved in site-specific multimedia work, Gauri has choreographed and performed in shows including Coming of Age, Baiju Bawra, Escapade, Sapne and Waterscapes, in Nityam and Sufi Zen for Academy. Choreographic highlights include Polaroid Fest, Sacred Monsters, Ronin and Genesis for Akram Khan, and the production Mahabharat for Sadler's Wells. She toured Sarka, Waqt, Ishmir, Time Lapses and has collaborated with Shlomo, a beatboxer, to create the first Kathak and beatboxing choir titled Arbanwani. Gauri is the curator of Alchemy and Wow festivals at the South Bank Center. She continues to bring events like Kathak stanzas, big chair dance with the elderly, and Kathak Collective, which she mentors for her Ankh group. Gauri wrote the 3-year degree course on Kathak for London Contemporary Dance School. She is also an ISTD South Asian Dance faculty member. In between, others have also done their bit by teaching at Bharati Vidya Bhavan, London. Amrika Ghosh, Sonia Sabri, Sujata Banerjee, Urja Desai Thakur are the popular Kathak dancers in the UK. Sonia Sabri was inspired to learn dance by watching film star Rekha and Michael Jackson. She learned Kathak for 11 years under the then British-based dancer Nahid Siddiqui and performed as part of a dance company. The Sonia Sabri company, established in 2002, enjoys an international reputation for presenting Kathak dance contemporary context. Sonia is also the artistic director for youth dance company Kathakars. Urja Desai Thakur is a disciple of Kumudri Lakhia and is known for a modern interpretation of traditional Kathak. She established her Pagarev dance company in 1997 in India, but is located in the UK since 2006. Anurekha Ghosh has been trained in Lucknow style Kathak under Meera Majumdar and Mausami Sen in Calcutta. She moved to UK in 1992 and took further training with Pratap Pawar and then from Nahid Siddiqui from Pakistan. Her technique and style is a combination of tradition and modernity. Neelima Devi Centre for Indian Classical Dance has trained hundreds of British-born young people in Kathak dance who have performed for various events and festivals at prestigious venues in UK and internationally. This respected school has done its bit for Kathak by organizing in 2000 the first National Kathak Conference in Leicester. Attended by a large number of academics, arts officers, performers, teachers and dance students, this conference provided a unique opportunity for those involved at all levels of South Asian dance development to discuss various topical and long-running issues related to Kathak dance in the UK. Nahid Siddiqui learned from Baba Maharaj and later Beju Maharaj. In 1976, Nahid had the honor to travel with the entourage of Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto to represent Kathak from Pakistan. She performed for major heads of state. A 13-episode serial titled Pile, telecast in 1978 in collaboration with classical musicians, sheds light on Kathak in a society where there is little awareness of the art. Though it is studied by ardent Kathak dancers around the world, the series was taken off the air by military regime after the airing of the 6th episode. In England, where she lived in exile, Nahid Siddiqui inculcated the paradigms of Islamic geometry, Sufi poetry, Persian, Arabic and Turkic influence in Kathak. While in England, she portrayed a different perspective in Kathak which is still not being explored in India. She became the first Pakistani to teach Kathak in London's Bharati Vidya Bhavan. She started her teaching career at Midlands Arts Centre, Birmingham. She launched her own dance company and her disciples have themselves started their own dance companies in England and perform around the world. She received patronage from the Arts Council from 1980. 1990 and trained many disciples of Western origin. Unlike general Kathak endeavors in Pakistan, her technique has proper curriculum. Back in Pakistan, since 2005, she has been teaching at the privately run Lahore Chitrakar and Pakistan Department of Museology, National College for Arts, Lahore. She has also worked extensively with the Aga Khan University in Karachi. She continues to live in Lahore, Pakistan and keeps dance alive in a terror-stricken country, albeit underground, by holding routine performances for the young audience. France. The first European play ever written on Devdasis was Antoine Marie Lemaire's La Veuve de Malabar in 1770. The first European opera on Devdasis was Charles-Simon Catel's Les Bayadres in 1810, and the first Western ballet centered around an Indian temple dancer was Les Dieux et les Bayadres with music of Daniel Aubert in 1830. Each of these emerged from France. The French have had a long association with India culturally. They are true lovers of Indian art, especially dance and music. Over a century, our trade links have abounded, yet the cultural part has been stronger. Etchings, paintings and dance drama productions La La Bayadre told the tale of Indian dancers, the Devdasis and temple dancers. Amongst the first to reach and teach Kathak in Paris was Uday Shankar when he collaborated with Anna Pavlova in mid-30s. He took a huge group of dancers and musicians from India. In the 1930s, while touring, Uday Shankar and his company in the US, Russian impresario Sol Hurok noted that Shankar's audiences were filled with women who adored him. Not surprisingly, Shankar's major patrons were women. Shankar's appearance in the Paris scene and his huge success in Paris and Germany, as well as America, paralleled a fascination with Eastern spirituality and philosophy. His father was a Sanskrit scholar at Banaras and became follower of the Theosophical Society. Uday's main partner in his first company was Simki, whose mother was a member of the Paris branch of the Theosophical Society. In addition, a number of European women of various descent and experience, though none of them Indian, had promoted themselves to the Paris public as Indian dancers. Probably the most famous and later notorious was Mata Hari, who presented herself as a devotee of Shiva at the Musikgimme in 1905. So when Uday Shankar appeared as an authentic Indian, but an accessible one, able to entertain the demi-monde and the Paris society as Brahmin, son of princely state's foreign minister, Alva, and he a former partner of prima ballerina Anna Pavlova, this was entirely different presence with legitimizing credentials in place. The fact that he found high-class patronage, sponsorship, venues for his programs was a function of both his genius and talent as well as connections. From 1930 to 42, Shankar and his troupe gave 889 performances all over Europe. During this period, he also visited America several times with his troupe. French dancer Simki, real name was Simone Barbier, who was originally a pianist, became Uday Shankar's main dancing partner for almost 20 years. She is often seen in stills dancing next to Uday Shankar. When she left for India for Almora after a studio broke up in Almora, closed down, she worked in Delhi for some years at All India Radio before resettling in France. It is Simki's got jealous of Zora Sehgal's increasing importance in Uday Shankar's troupe and hence returned to France. Since Simki was so convincingly Indian, she was promoted as an Indian dancer and not a Western dancer during Indian dances. She even choreographed the dream sequence in Hindi film Avara and 2 dances in Jhansi Ki Rani. A documentary, Simki, Paris, Delhi, was made in 2008 by Charlotte R. de Casanova. In 1960s, Melina Salvini came to India to learn Bharatanatyam from M.K. Saroja in Delhi and Kathakali in Kerala. She stayed a year. In those days, that was rare, with no scholarships, no exchange, no real treaties. She saw much dance in Delhi as lots of Kathak was there and being revived. So upon return in 1975, along with her husband Roger Filipuzzi, she started Centro di Mandapa, a fine cultural center for promoting Indian dance and music as also others. Thus, she has also platformed much in this form, and now one of her own daughters, Isabel Anna, other daughter Maria Kiran, stuck to Bharatanatyam and is a fine dancer, has started teaching Kathak after decades of learning from Shamila Sharma, who taught there. Shamila Sharma taught for almost 2 decades and created productions too, and before her, Annapurna Devi. Thus, in Paris, France, Kathak has had a strong presence thanks to Mandapa. Malini Ranganathan is a rare South Indian to become an exponent in Kathak dance and is a performer, choreographer and professor settled in France. She trained under well-known Kathak dancers Damayanti Joshi and Roshan Kumari. Isabel Anna is a French Kathak dancer of the Lucknow Gharana. She was trained by eminent gurus in Paris under Sharmila Sharma at Center Mandapa run by her parents. As an Indo-French government scholar 2001 to 2003 and as an ICCR scholar 2003 to 2005, Anna joined Kathak Kendra, New Delhi and trained under the guidance of Pandit Jayakishan Maharaj, son of Pandit Birju Maharaj, and passed with honors in classical dance in 2004 and completed a post-diploma in 2006. During this period, she also trained in tabla, yoga and Hindustani classical vocal music. Subsequently, being a scholar of the French Ministry of Culture for choreographic studies, she undertook intensive research and formulated choreographies using Kathak as a medium of expression with Western music, demonstrating the links between the Western and Eastern cultures. Her dance recitals include both the traditional aspects of the Lucknow Gharana and her experimental work based on Kathak. She has her own choreographic company, Compagnie Clarissan Sco, After spending 9 years in India, Isabel returned to Paris in 2010 to Center Mandapa, which she helps run. Growing up watching her mother, Tara Sharma perform there was only one thing that the young Sharmila Sharma wanted when she grew up, to be like her mother, a professional dancer. So after high school, Sharmila joined the Kathak Kendra in New Delhi, where she trained in the Jaipur style of Kathak under the tutelage of Pandit Rajendra Kumar Gangani. Sharmila, who settled in Paris since 1993, helped popularize Kathak in France. She began with just 2 students a year when she moved to Paris and has now over 70 to 80 students just in Paris alone, some who have been with her for past 20 years. Her students belong to all nationalities. People of Indian origin who have been in Paris for 2 or 3 generations send their children to me. For them, learning Kathak or any other art form is like a brush with their own culture or going back to their roots. So I am not just a Kathak dancer when I am there. I am also a representative of our country, representing our country's culture, says Sharmila. She also trained in Lucknow style under Pandit Beju Maharaj and performs that now.